Compatibility issues, that's lovely. Well, that's great. I'll fix those eventually, someday. Docking port alignment indicator is fine. Cool. So you can see me. I can see this the Kerbal Space Program. Let me turn down the volume of that real quick. It's a little high. My volume, that is. It's a little higher than I want. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna start the Kerbal Space Program. We're gonna start a new game, which I've done like a billion times, but that's fine. We're gonna do a science mode because I don't like money, but I do like. Okay. Awkward. So we're gonna do. What are we gonna pick as our thing? What flavor of space program should we be? By the way, I can't see chat right now, just so you know. I have my computer over here. Let's do. I'm freezing up a little here. Let's do. Let's do Zaltonic. The save name is going to be Kerbal Space Program. We'll just do normal and start. So it is time to science ourselves. We are the Kerbal Space Program, National Aerospace Program of something. And we're gonna space some Kerbal. We are in science mode, not career mode. So we have plenty of people. We have no use for the administration building. All we have is science. We don't want to build a space plane. Nobody cares about space planes. Why would we care about space planes? It's just you can't fly in space. There's no atmosphere. You see? It's a misnomer, it is. Hey, Elu, hey. You are an ice ball that I have never been to. And probably won't in this game either. Because I think I've left the solar system like a few times the entire time I've played this game. Okay. So I do not remember the controls well, but that's okay. There's a thing out there. Right, so right now we got that, and we got that. I have like a separator, right? Do we not even have a stack separator? We don't even have a stack separator. Alright, well, that's okay, because do we have a parachute? We have a parachute. Of course we have a parachute. So, what the hell is this? That's new. Anyhow, the point of this craft is not to do anything fancy. The point of this craft is there's one purpose of this craft. It is to allow us to do science. For that reason, we are going to get Bob over here. We are going to launch a capsule. It's just a capsule. Is there anything in the capsule? No. No. It's just a capsule. It's just a capsule. And we're going to have Bob EVA. And I want you to take an EVA report. I want you to keep the experiment. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary here, was it? No, it was not, but stop questioning my orders. Go do things. Take a surface sample. Cool. We're not gonna plant a flag. I want you to grab that. I want you to board the ship, and then we are gonna recover the vessel and get a shit ton of science for no good reason. Look at all the science you just gathered. We gathered 11 science, whatever 11 science is. Alright. Which means now we don't want to go to the tracking station. Now we can go to the science station. Go to the science station. Do we want engineering 101? A stack decoupler would be a good thing. So would a thermometer, which will allow us to do additional science. Let's do that. Let's research you. And we could research survivability. Or we could research stability and get a radial decoupler. We'll research rocketry so we can actually get some slightly more interesting places later. Cool. And now we're gonna do it again, except this time we're gonna do some more experiments. What do we got? Well, we have Mystery Go, which we forgot to do last time. We also have a thermometer, and of course we can get more samples from the surface if we send Bob. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna continue to science it up on the surface of Kerbal, like the wonderful people we are. I'm gonna check the chat real quick. Cool, there's nothing in the chat. That's as it should be. So, we now observe the Mystery Go. It isn't doing a lot. That's fine. To be expected. We log temperature. Temperature readings are quite literally nominal. Things are normal. How do we do a crew? Oh yeah. We can toggle a bunch of things, but what we want is a crew report. Crew report from the launch pad. We're on launch pad. Cool. And now you are gonna EVA. And you're gonna get out there and you're gonna take another surface sample. Or you're gonna do another EVA report. There's no point. You're gonna take another surface sample. And you're gonna keep the experiment. Yeah. And then you're gonna board. You're gonna board the ship. Now we're gonna recover the vessel. Maybe I should play career mode. This is always a debate. The debate is always, should I play science mode or should I play career mode? Because career mode's more interesting. But, the problem is that you have to do all these missions. You have to worry about money. Fuck it, we're doing career mode. It's like, I always come in, I'm gonna like, yes, I'm gonna do science mode, and they look at the fully upgraded facility, and that I don't have to hire astronauts and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah. But then again, like, I just always like, you know, restart things. Nah, we're gonna keep doing science mode. Career mode, science mode. Career mode, science mode. Career mode, science mode. Science mode. I don't feel like the structure of... But there's all these facilities I don't get to use. I don't get to use mission control. I don't get to use the administration building. But no. Don't give in to that temptation, because then you will stop playing. We're going to launch again. We're still in the launch pad. The reason we are still in the launch pad is because we still want to keep taking, like, little temperature readings and stuff. I don't know what we want to do. We want log of the temperature. That gives us nothing additional. We want to observe the mystery go. Gives us a little bit of science. Alright. And now we're actually gonna, like, fly. Now we've got a bit more science. We still don't have enough to buy anything useful. What we probably want is survivability, so we can get the barometer, so we can take temperature readings and radiator panels and heat oh, we want heat shields. This is a game where you really want heat shields. They're so good. They allow you to do so much that you can't normally do. Alright. Okay, we're going to temporarily remove these things. Now, for this one, we're going to need Valentia here to do the job. So we are going to definitely want a parachute. We want a parachute because without a parachute, bad things happen. Like dying. We don't want to die. As tempting an offer as that may be, dying is not what we want to do. So we're just going to put this little one on here. And we're going to launch this, and we're going to do our reports. Oh yes, and we want... What do we want? We want science. We want... We're gonna, just for the sake of balance, we're gonna put 2 on, but we are only really gonna use 1. We're gonna snap to grid. Because we want the goo to come back. And then we're gonna put just 1 of you here. How do we do things on keys? Oh, actions, right. Wanna observe mystery go. Wanna log temperature data. You wanna do a crew report. I forget which number is custom. I think we just pressed the number 1. Alright. Yes. So that's gonna be that. Now launch this puppy. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go along. Want sass on? Alright. Alright. Maybe we shouldn't deploy the parachute and decouple at the same time. It occurs to me that may have been a poor choice of mine. Only too late to realize this now, as we are already flying. See, this is why NASA takes forever to do things. Because they need to think about what they do. You see? Now we're also going to have to do the really funky thing of doing an EVA report while we are parachuting to maximize our science output. We no longer care about SAS. We'll just waste power. And I'm assuming speed up. Speed up. Just want to wait for it to catch. And we're going to board. That appears to be a monolith of some kind. That's new. That's new. That's expected. Explosions are part of this game. Yeah, I'm reading what FlareCat posted. Yeah, no, there's like planets, there's a whole bunch of other crap in this. There's a monolith there that I have no idea what it does. There is a bit of a world, and like in the current version of the game you can play career mode, you can play science mode. There we go. No, I don't want you. Alright, let's speed this shit up. Alright, now we're gonna EVA again. We're gonna take a surface sample. This substance is what makes the scientists yell at us when we go into the labs without cleaning our boots first. Yes, it is. That might have just, Alright, now we're going to recover the vessel. And now I get a ton of science. We got science from crew report while flying over Kerbal shores. EVA report while flying over Kerbal shores. EVA report from the Kerbal Space Center. Surface sample from the Kerbal Space Center. Mystery goo observation while flying at Kerbal twice. Temperature scan while flying over Kerbal shores. And recovery of a vessel that survived a flight for 50 science. That was a very good mission. So we want survivability because we want the barometer. So we can do more ridiculous things. And basic science allows us to do what? Cutting edge self-contained laboratory. That also allows us to do more science. What does this do? It's not really effective at storing mystery goo and data tapes. Kerbal Science created the experiment strategy to help the Kerbonauts bring their valuable science back to Kerbal while avoiding the hazards of re-entry, rough landings, and Jeb's piloting skills. So you don't have to bring the whole lab back. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. We can research stability and get a radial decoupler. We can research general rocketry and get a really massive booster. Let's do the massive ass booster. Why not? Like, it's Kerbal Space Program. This isn't like rocket science. So, we now have big fucking rockets is what we have, and we're gonna use those big fucking rockets to do some big fucking rocketry. We are, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the action group. So Custom 1 currently contains the thermometer. We're not gonna log the temperature here. Instead, we're gonna log it elsewhere. I think. Let's do 1 for Mystery Goo. No, let's do 1 for Crew Report. 2 for Mystery Goo. And 3 for Temperature. Alright. So we're gonna change this because I realize this is a poor choice for a variety of reasons. Then we're gonna take this teeny tiny, paltry, pointless rocket off and attach something proper. That is a proper rocket with which to do some proper rocketry. That is a giant solid fuel booster. It does about what you expect it to do. Oh, wait, we also have barometers now. We want a barometer. We will do barometer and you together. So it is now slightly unbalanced, so we will balance a little. It should be more balanced, and then we will now actions log temperature and log pressure. Right. So we're going to start by just launching and just doing everything. We don't have the Science Junior yet. We need that barometric pressure data from the ground. Atmospheric pressure scan for the launch pad. We don't care about you. We do care about you. And recover vessel. Cool, now we're all synced up. We got barely any science, but we got science. We got 3 science. Wait, that... Yes, now we can get radial decouplers. See what I did there? Do you see what I did? Miniaturization and space exploration. What's the other ones to do? Oh, this one gives you solar panels. Micronode. See, what you want eventually is like a science lab. Because a science lab can just, like... Science tech, infrared microscope, surface scanning, atmospheric fluid spectrovolometer. So, where is the frickin' lab? They move things around, or did they remove the lab entirely? I don't know how to use some of this stuff. Whew, that's a booster. That is a massive ass booster that you can get later on in this tech tree. High power electrics, experimental electrics gives you a thermoelectric generator, i.e. free energy, kind of. A drone core, and relay data, more guidance units, ion propulsion, experimental science narrowband scanner for surveying landing sites, Covertitron, so this allows you to process, graviole detector. Okay. Field science. You need to operate a spacecraft just like a command pond. Yeah, that allows us to do certain kinds of exploration. Specialized control. Landing. Landing's important. It's good to land craft sometimes. Meta materials. Multipoint connector. Useful for space stations. Nuclear propulsion, large volume containment. I guess they removed the lab. I'm unsurprised, but also like, bleh. So you want communication. You want communication and communication satellites. Because otherwise you cannot control remote vehicles. And the reason you do remote vehicles is because they can do one-way trips. Which means they only need half the fuel to get somewhere. And that also means you need to be able to transmit any science you do from the launch. You see? So it looks like we went back to the old way of doing science. I think. It is not rerunnable. Collectible data. It's observed materials bay. That's the good old materials bay. I'm just sorry I'm taking some time. I'm just searching around to figure out what happened to the science lab. Or if there is a science lab anymore, or if they finally, or if they removed it. Oh, maybe they removed it. Maybe it doesn't exist in science mode. Maybe it only exists in career mode. I'm still debating whether to do career mode or this. Because career mode's also pretty fun. But, oh, there we go. There's the mobile processing lab. I was missing it this whole time. There we go. To certify astronauts for more advanced tasks. Can be used to create Kerbal levels without returning to... Used to increase Kerbal levels so you can train people. You have to have a scientist. It can store data. Only on Kerbal with the mobile processing lab you can conduct long-term experiments. Research with the data you collect in the field. Be sure to check back on your scientists from time to time and transmit the results of the research home. There we go. So that's for the mobile processing lab. So for that you need space exploration. And that one's kind of necessary because that allows you to do the science all the time. Yeah, that's the cat. Cat wants out. I'm really debating doing career mode though, because I feel like that'll be crunchier. And I kind of want something crunchy. So you know what? Let's do it. Why not? We're starting again. I'm so bad at this. We'll change a different flag though if we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna do. Oh, that's cute. Anything that's the most lizard-like thing. Anything more lizard-like? It could be spheres. It could be trees. Let's do trees. We like trees. So we're going to be the Kobold Space Program in career mode. We're going to overwrite what we just did, and we're going to start again as the Kobold Space Program. Thanks, I've got it. Now, I don't remember how to do most things in this game. Like, I don't remember at all satellites, so we're going to be restarting here and there. Like, we're going to be aborting missions and then restarting them sometimes. Administration building. This will give us a bunch of, this will allow us to get funds for science. This yields 1 science from funds. 5% reputation for 1 science. We can't set it up yet. Yield reputation from funds. Got money. Launch costs and R&D purchases. Funds to milestone gains, reputation to milestone gains, science. Alright, so we need missions. Okay. Gives a quick crew report before launching. It's fine if any of the lights of the control planet are flashing, just give them a swift kick. Kerbal World First Record Keeping Society, okay. Launch our first vessel, escape the atmosphere. Orbit Kerbin. So we'll also take launching our first vessel. We can only have 2 contracts up at once, so these are pretty good ones because these are things we want to do. We need to upgrade this a lot. I forget why we want to upgrade it. The tracking station. Landcraft can be recovered from here as well. Okay. R&D. Astronaut complex. Who do we got? We got the people we always start with. The next hire is way more than we can afford. We got mission control, so we're going to go to the vehicle assembly building, and we're going to assemble for us the simplest vehicle we can. It's going to be crewed by a scientist, just like we did before. And then we're going to put science on it. The only form of science we have. Why? For science, of course. Then we're just going to have it sit on the ground. It's going to sit on the ground. And it's going to make us money. And it's going to give us science. Crew report. Yes, we want to keep that. We observe the mystery go. We keep it. If you hear that, the sounds, that's a chatterer, which I guess is working. Keep the EVA experiment. You cannot take surface samples yet because we have not upgraded completely. And then we recover the vessel. Very good. Look at all that science. We got 8 science. We got all of our monies back. He didn't get any experience. And we got that. We also want to take escape the atmosphere. I don't know why this one goes before escape the atmosphere, but okay. So this time, this vehicle's gonna fly. It is. It's gonna fly. And hopefully it's not going to blow up. Because we don't have structural decouplers yet. But we do want to do the science thing. We do want a parachute. We don't want the parachute to go at the same time as the thrusters. That would be a terrible, terrible idea. I'm gonna put you as close to the center of mass as we can. Where is the center of mass? That's about as close as it gets. All this is being recovered. So we are now going to set... Oh, we can't set action groups yet. We don't have the ability to set action groups. We need to get that. That's what we like about career mode. It's difficult. Alright. So we're going to... Wait. Cancel. We want to launch this vehicle. Launch SAS. SAS is just Valentia being good at her job. 3, 2, 1, and launch. Cannot disembark while off of Kerbal surface. Astronaut complex upgrade required. Well, that's good to know. So we need to land, and then she can maybe get out of the ship and do a report. Let's hope this parachute's enough to, like... Excuse me, stop this vehicle from dying, because if it's not, we're in trouble. Yep, and there's that whole, like, slowly falling thing. I am not thrilled. I'm not happy. It's slowly rotating. I don't know that that's not, per se, what we want. Well, I guess, like, it is designed to be aerodynamic. It is basically a bullet, and now it's falling, and, of course... The aerodynamic end is pointing towards the ground like a missile, as we would expect it to. That's great. That's perfect. That's exactly the kind of effect we want. Excellent. We are slowly falling and hoping that this thing doesn't break and that we don't lose our precious mystery goo. Because if so, then we're going to have to do another experiment. Which is going to cost more money. We are going fairly fast here. We are getting fairly low. Please stop the goddamn ship. Yes. Alright. So that is probably... That is a line that shouldn't be there. That's probably from the Planet Shine mod, which is probably broken right now. Because we don't have the upgraded version. I'll try to upgrade that next time. We are spinning. We cannot transmit data. We do have high signal strength, though. What's that worth? We land in the water. Can we EVA now? We can. Yeah, EVA report from the shores. Keep the experiment and board. Cool! Let's recover the craft. Let's try to get some science so that we can get a stack decoupler. A luxurious stack decoupler. 1 XP gained. We got some reputation. We got some money. We recovered all the money for our parts. We got all the money for the monopropellant, but we lost the money for solid fuel, which was worth very little. Very little, I hope. So we got the data, we got the parts, we got the crew. how do we upgrade things? We'll probably click research and development and then... Alright. So we want a decoupler. That is for certain. We also want basic rocketry, so we can go a little further than we've been going so far. And then we want survivability so we can get more science, or general rocketry so we can do more things. We want survivability so we can get more science. Science is always better than not science. And with that, we go to mission control. Now we have a ton of available missions. The next one is to escape the atmosphere. As a consequence of a somewhat worse than average accident in the research and development department, we've been forced to look for some outside help. We'd have way too many parts like the RT5 flea solid booster, and nobody's sure how they work. It would really help us out if you're able to run a test. I want you to test the flea solid fuel booster at the launch site. This expires in 5 days. Take a crew report in flight below near Deliza's No. We're not accepting that yet. Well, using the Kerbodyne dartboard as a waypoint planner would come up with something interesting. We don't like too many. We need to test our newly acquired capabilities of the focus server. Go to the designated test site and gather show observation report. Go to places. How do we upgrade facilities? We spend money. We can upgrade mission control. We can perform EVAs and place flags. More upgrades. Tracking station upgrade required for flight planning. I didn't even know we could do flight planning. Patched conics visible in orbits visible in map. Patched conics. The heck? Magic. I have no idea what those things are. We can hold up to 100 science. We can hold up to 500 science. We don't have any money for... Next thing to do would probably be general rocketry and stability, of course. Runway. This changes the maximum size of vehicles. This also changes the maximum size of vehicles significantly. Kinda want to upgrade the launch pad. Basic action groups available with the next upgrade. Yeah, let's be able to get... Well, no. Let's save it for now. These last a really long time. Anything that lasts a long time we don't care about as much. We're gonna test a flea. I want you to test the flea solid fuel booster at the launch site. It's worth very little, but we need to do something on the launch site anyway, because we need to do what we did last time. And we need to actually do a barometric test on the launch pad. So we need structural. There we go. A stack decoupler. Then we need this. You should not go off at the same time the stack decoupler happens at all. Then we need We don't need... See, this would be a way to make sure things survive. Well, it's a way to make sure that the goo is actually balanced, you see. But we have temperature and barometric pressure? How do we do that so fast? I don't remember how we did that. Okay, then don't. One of the tricks here is that it is even slightly off center. That looks on center. Okay. A barometer and a thermometer. Cool. Alright. And this is how we do the thing where we silence stuff without the vehicle just exploding on us all the time. We're gonna say to you basic science. No, not vessel, vessel. Basic science vessel, Captain. Right, so we're gonna launch this. We're gonna take some measurements of the launch pad and then we're gonna launch. Log the pressure data. Log the temperature. Observe the mystery goo just in case. Doesn't seem to be doing a lot. We're gonna close this. Crew report? No. EVA report? No. Alright then, we're gonna launch is what we're gonna do. Let's go that way. Flying over Cleveland shores, no. Wait for the right moment to deploy the chute. This is the right moment to deploy the chute. Nope. Now we wait. Well, that didn't damage any of our facilities. Then we're good. Come on and catch. There we go. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Might be able to do a crew report when landed. We did it while flying last time. Get even more science. We achieved our goal. Crew report? Yes, we can do that. Crew report from the shores. EVA. I'm sure this is pointless. Yep. Yep, and we accomplished our mission, and now we recover the vessel. A simple little mission. Gained a lot of science from that, mostly from data from the launch pad. We got back all of our money for all of our things, except for the parts that we didn't recover. And we got her back. We go to R&D. We cannot do basic science at all. And do general rocketry or stability. We are going to do general rocketry. This is more likely to get us to escape atmosphere, which is one of our next things to do. Hammer, solid fuel booster, both Kerbal. Research and Development Department, we're not afraid to try new things. As a result, we sometimes find ourselves in the situation of needing outside help to solve a problem. There is very little knowledge about how the R10 Hammer solid fuel booster performs in conditions not found in a standard laboratory, so this is where you come in. Test a TT-38 radial decoupler on escape trajectory out of Kerbal. So, on an escape trajectory out of Kerbal. That would be very hard to do. We want you to haul the liquid fuel engine into orbit. We want you to haul the stack decoupler into orbit. We want you to haul that into and we want you to haul solid fuel booster. So I kind of want to expand this facility so that we can get more things. So we're going to upgrade it. So now we can accept more. And anything that has to be hauled into orbit, we're going to put you in. Thumper solid fuel booster, Mark 16 parachute, Hammer, orbit of Kerbal, haul the coupler into flight, and then test a liquid fuel engine, the swivel liquid fuel engine into orbit of Kerbal. We're gonna wait on that one. So we need to get into an orbit of Kerbal at an altitude of 52,000 meters. That's actually kind of decent. Altitude 52, so Kerbal flying 5,000 meters, speeding complete, have the parachute. You want to have this at a pretty high altitude. Want to have this at a high altitude. And then we want to escape the atmosphere. So let's check some of these boosters that they're talking about. There's a Thumper, that's a Hammer. Let's just launch with one of these and see what the fuck happens, right? That's how we do it here at the Kerbal Space Program. These are actually pretty cheap. I didn't realize how cheap vessels are. So we're going to launch our basic science vessel. Ooh, ah, indeed. So, SAS on, and go that direction. The mystery go. Keep. The temperature data keep close. And you get the right altitude and the right speed. We went too fast, huh? We may have gone too fast for this. Log pressure data. Keep the experiment. Crew report from upper atmosphere. You cannot EVA here. Are we actually going to escape? Are we going to escape? What's that, 70? Well, it is going to be a little harder than I thought. So we actually need to be at specific altitudes, at specific speeds. We're not at the right speed, but we're not at the right altitude. These all have to be true at the same time. Yeah, we achieved escape the atmosphere. Jeez, you gotta be going fast. At 31 to 39, you need to be going at that speed? Okay. So we're now... we escaped the atmosphere. We're not getting into orbit, obviously. But we are going to achieve the goal of escaping the atmosphere. So we want to see if we can keep the decoupler long enough. I have a feeling that this is going to end very poorly. And then we're going to have to restart the mission. I'm worried that this booster is not going to survive, and that we're not going to get any of this done. We're going to be going too fast, or we're going to be going too slow, or something's going to be going on. I'm debating whether I should eject the solid fuel booster or not. Oh, we're gonna land on the mountains. That's dangerous. So we're at the right, but we need to be going a lot faster at this altitude for the stack decoupler to matter. And we are now too low for the hammer, so we're just gonna decouple that. And I realize now that we needed a heat shield. And we're probably going to lose the parachute now. Please do not damage my parachute. My precious, precious parachute. Oh my god, we're going like... Okay, that went very poorly. That went very poorly. So we're going to do that again. We're going to do that again. And hopefully this time we're not going to die horribly. I'll take him on the way down. So we need to get to an altitude of... So part of the problem is we're going too fast. Problem is that we were going way too fast and we're still going to hit the mountains. We really don't want to. Oh, come on. So the stack decoupler needs to be going faster than this even. The hammer Alright, well, we might as well, like, take the crew report. Open this. Observe the goo. Log the temperature. Log the pressure. Close the hatch. Fast forward time. Escape the atmosphere, and what I'm hoping is that because we changed the angle, we might actually complete some of the things we're supposed to do. So basically we need to do the hammer sideways, it looks like, at 28,000 to 36,000 meters. Well, this time we're going to go over the mountains, it looks like. So we might still be able to do it with the hammer. I'm not sure. I don't think we can go that slow. And jeez, that's like, you need to get up there and then go sideways, basically. So we're now at the right altitude, but we're going too fast. This isn't gonna work out. Controls to get the craft upright. Ay, ay, ay. And we're dead. Well, that was fun. Revert to launch. Let's try it again. And this is the reason why we usually don't play career mode. So let's try to do the solid fuel booster. Alright, check. Everything nominal. Throttle. And... both of them want us to check it in the upper atmosphere. Keep. So mystery go. Keep. Lock pressure data, keep, close. Right, if we haven't done it on the way up, I don't think we're going to do it on the way down. So we're going to revert to the launch. What's the lowest speed again? 420, nice. Alright. Let's try it sideways. See what happens when we do it completely sideways. Our angle is 30. Let's see, that's the right speed, but not the right angle. That's right speed, but not the right altitude. Now the hope is that before we start going down back to the surface, that we'll be okay, and that we will therefore just happen to cross the threshold for the hammer at exactly the right time. Come on. Come on. Damn it. Damn it. So that was at 30 degrees, so we're going to try 40 degrees and see what happens. Science, you see? So we're launching at 40 degrees now. Time I think we might actually get to the right altitude, but I'm not sure we're going to get to a good speed. Right, so we're now at the right altitude range. Come on. Atmosphere, don't fail me now. You've stopped me from doing bad things many times, but will you stop me from doing bad things now? No, you won't. This may not be possible, but let's try it at a slightly shallower angle, or I mean a slightly steeper angle. No. Come on, you. It's the ones we're trying to do. Recycle. We don't want that. At some point I'll just give up and do one of the easier things. Okay, we're in the right range for one of them. We're at the wrong speed. We're too slow. Nope. Alright. Let's try something a little different. Oh, we already did this. Well, let's try it, shall we? One last time. This was the last attempt, I promise. See, the problem is the really exact speeds we need to be going at. The problem is the exact combination of speed and altitude we need to be at. It's very hard to accomplish with these materials, with our currently available things, and at an inexpensive cost. If it doesn't work out this time, we're just gonna abort the hammer portion of it. Are we gonna make it to space? Great if we made it to space. We're just short of making it to space. See, the trick here that we might be able to break enough from the atmosphere. See, it's almost like the easiest thing to do would be attach one we never activate and just bring it up there. Oh dear. Well, this isn't good. We really don't want this to happen. Pointed the wrong way, we're pointing the wrong way, we're going too fast, we're going too fast. Son of a bitch. Well, okay then. Route to vehicle assembly. Here is what we are going to do. We're going to attach another booster onto that one. We're going to use it to slow us down while we test the other booster. That sounds like a good plan. This is definitely going to work. So we're just going to hope that this one does correctly, because we're not really going to try that hard. I don't expect that we're really going to be able to do much with it. So get a slight angle so we don't blow up the space center. The right speed, come on, get us to the right height though. Get us to the right height. The right height. Without going too... You're going too fast now. You need to have your payload to work. Alright. Wait till we get to the... up here. No, we'll do it on the way down. When there's more action. Alright. So when we're at the right altitude, we're gonna hit it. Going sideways. See if we can get fast enough. This plan is really stupid. This is my stupidest plan yet. I'm proud of this. Very proud of this. It wouldn't be Kerbal Space Program if my plans were smart. This is how you know we're playing this game, is that my plans are terrible. And if my plans happen to work out, then that's good. That means that, you know, my terrible plan worked. And that's fine. That's exactly okay. That is the very definition of okay. We're going to take a crew report. Everything's good. We are doing something really ridiculous right now. We're going to observe the mystery goo. We're going to... Okay. We're going to observe... temperature data. We're gonna observe pressure data. We're gonna close the hatches and hope we survive. We're at the right speed. We just need to lose a little bit of altitude. There we go. We did the stack decoupler thing. I don't think we're gonna be slow enough to do the hammer. That's okay. That's okay. That is our solid fuel booster getting ready to blow up. We're not going to do this part because we're going to be out of everything. That'll help slow us down. Now, I kind of wish we had a heat shield. Because I really don't want to lose... What part is that? Please tell me it's not the parachute. It is the module. It is the main oh dear. Oh, glory be. Oh, dearie, dearie, dearie. My lucky stars, my unfortunate situation has become very unfortunate. Alright, that's the way we're pointing then. And we're gonna explode, aren't we? Please don't blow up my parachute. I will be so sad. I finally got it. Finally got it working. Come on. Come on. We're too low. We're too low and too fast. We're still at supersonic speeds. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. Well, I think we all learned a valuable lesson. That was a good plan. It just failed a little bit in execution. The plan was good, the execution not so good. And so what we're going to do today, on this launch, is we are actually going to fire this at the time we should, and we're going to get a steeper angle. We're actually going to go like this and see if we can actually get the right speed at the right time by increasing air resistance. Now that will be interesting. But it's going to go too fast. Alas. This may not even reach the altitudes we care about. That's fine. We're chill with this. So what we're going to do is align backwards once we get close to the right thing. Once we get up to the right altitude, if we get up to the right altitude, assuming we get up to the right altitude, we are potentially going to fire this rocket backwards to slow our descent. Now, isn't that a fantastic plan? Now, unfortunately, I think we had a bit too steep an angle that time. And I think this stupid rocket ship is never going to get up to 28,000. In which case, we will do Plan B. Plan B will be to fire this upwards, but in the backwards direction laterally. You know? Like so. And we're beginning to lose altitude. So we're now going to do this crazy nonsense. Now, you'll see the thing about rockets. Rockets have very particular ways they work. And we aren't going to work that way, unfortunately. Well, we'll take our crew report. Cool. And we'll open this, just in case we actually land. And we'll log the temperature. And we'll log the barometric pressure. Fantastic. And then we'll close this. And we pray now. It's a very technical term, praying. It's a very common thing you do in the Kerbal Space Program. We pray and we hope that we actually don't crash horribly, that we slowed our descent enough. I think the problem was that we went too far up that time. However, this time our velocity is a bit better, I think. Gonna line backwards, and we're gonna hope for the best as we hit ammo. Now we're gonna hope that the atmosphere here slows it down, or alternately, the stacked decoupler is going the right speed, and then we hit oh my god button and hope for the best. Or the right altitude. Come on, speed. Come on, speed. Come on, speed. Either go down or go up. Don't do this to me, speed. This is, I believe, a bit too fast to land properly. Oh my. Oh, there we go. We're falling faster than the other piece of the ship. Oh, we're doing a little bit better speed-wise right now, but we're still having trouble, like, not dying, because we're gonna die again. Alright. That plan is still a good plan. I'm telling you, it's still a good plan. It is still an excellent, perfect plan. It is not a failure at all. It is merely a minor setback. Increase our angle a little bit more. Yes, so we did the thumper at least. So at the correct altitude, we're going to slow down. Unless we already are going slow enough, in which case we're just going to go yay and dump everything and hope for the best. Alright. So we're now getting pretty close to the right speed. Here. Yes! We're not going to bother with the decoupler here. Not going to bother. Still ascending. Good. As long as we're ascending, we're okay. This is looking good. It's looking like we might do it. So here's the trick we're gonna do now. We no longer need the hammer booster. So what we're gonna do is when we start hitting... We did a crew report, right? Yeah. So when we start going a bit too fast and start hitting high speeds under entry, we're actually gonna fire the booster to slow us down. Potentially. It depends how quickly we're going. It's actually a pretty good descent right now. Do that. Cool. And now we go back the other direction. Back towards the Kerbal Space Center. So cool, we tested the parachute, we tested the thumper, we tested the hammer, we just gotta survive now. Going directly back towards the Space Center. I really hope we don't just crash into the Space Center or something. That'd be a hilarious ending. But not a very good ending, if you catch my drift. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm slow to respond to chat. I don't have a second window open for chat. I have to check my phone. It's a little low on battery, so I'm avoiding it a bit. So if we hit the lower atmosphere, this parachute's going up. Wow, this is gonna work. This is totally gonna work. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled, y'all. We actually succeeded at basically everything. It was kind of worth it to just keep doing it over and over until we succeeded. So once we hit the lower atmosphere here, that actually worked out perfectly because we even tested the thumper correctly. I didn't think that was going to happen. And now you will start slowing the descent, and we are safe, I'm pretty sure. I'm tempted to just like, well, we can turn SAS off. I'm tempted to like speed up, but I'm also kind of paranoid about speeding up, so we're not going to speed up. Didn't escape the atmosphere this time. We didn't orbit. But we did the important thing. And nice. And now we're going to hit the surface at a nice, slow speed of 5 meters per second. I've hit the ground as heavy as 30 meters per second. That tends to get things blowed up. This will probably be fine. So we're just going to land. Ah, what blew up? The mystery goo blew up. Well, you win some, you lose some. We'll have to put it on the ceiling. But otherwise that went extraordinarily well. Get an EVA report from the grasslands. No, it wasn't necessary, but I don't care. We get science anyway. Now we're gonna recover what's left of the vessel. That was goddamn perfect. Well, I mean, okay, it wasn't perfect because we lost the freaking goo. Recovery vessel has survived a flight. Temperatures can't be moved on this atmosphere. EVA report, crew report, cool. Now I'm getting about ready to call quits for this stream. Possibly. Let's see. Excuse me. We want stability. Why? We want the radial decoupler. Why do we want the radial decoupler? Because then we can do things. Flight. Research. Mission control. Test hammer solid fuel blister at the launch site. That's real easy. We'll do that. We'll make it a small amount of money. Into orbit. Suborbit. Thud liquid fuel engine. Solid fuel engine. Carrier liquid fuel engine. Test the radial decoupling on an escape trajectory. That's not happening anytime soon. We're not getting into orbit. We haven't even escaped the atmosphere yet. This expires in 5 hours. You know, it says Spudge fuel engine splashdown at Kerbin. Oh god. Okay. We want to test this. We want to have it on a suborbital trajectory at a very high altitude. So basically we just don't want to eject it. We want to just grab the thumper. We don't want to eject it. I don't want to test this flat splashdown. I'm sorry. That's a terrible idea. So this one just needs to go, at a very specific altitude and speed with liquid fuel engine. Specific altitudes and speeds are not our friends, unfortunately. That's really fast, too. Suborbital. So these two will go together neatly. Observational service. See, we can't really even build, like, the right things to do an observational study. Splashdown. We fail, all we really lose the advance and reputation. If we complete it, we get some science. Escape trajectory out of the Kerbin. We're not doing that. We're not doing these. Alright. So what do we want to test? Got decent money. We could upgrade something. What will we upgrade? We could have more active strategies. We can EVA. That would be very useful. We can build a plane. We could upgrade the vehicle assembly building, which gives us action groups. That's too expensive, though. Let's add EVA for science. And then let us begin the challenge of testing. What again do we need to test exactly? What are we testing again? There was one on the launch pad. We want to test. We want a hollow thumper, and we want to test a hammer, and we want to get into suborbital. Well, there is a very simple way to do this. And it is crude as fuck, but it will work, possibly. No, we don't want to fire you there at all. Nor do we want to fire you there. No, and I don't know that I want to fire you quite at that point in time. Do we have any heat shields? We do have a heat shield. Okay, we also need a heat shield. That's necessary. Oh yes, and we also need to open this up. And we need to attach you somewhere where you're not going to explode. That is too far in that direction. Cool. we're gonna save. Okay, so this ridiculous thing will allow us to test, hopefully test all this stuff at once. So let's check all our giblets, all the things we care about. So we're not gonna worry about that. We wanna test this there, and then we wanna have this while on a suborbital trajectory, and then we wanna escape the orbital, and if we're lucky, we might be able to test the stack decoupler at that speed, but we're not gonna really try. That is hard. So we're just going to go slightly off here. So that tested that. And then we just need to set off the thumper and hope we end up in a suborbital trajectory with this ridiculous altitude at some point. And then hope the ship survives re-entry. Oh dear. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's not going to land on the pad. And now we hope for the best. It exploded somewhere. Oh, sweet. Well, that worked. We got the stack decoupler. Now I just need to make sure we're at a suborbital trajectory and that we're going to actually reach the right... There, see? That is probably going to mean we die. But it's a good proof of concept either way. We're going to turn off SAS. Open Go. We're going to run the mystery go. And keep it. We're going to run temperature. We're going to log pressure. We're going to do a crew report. Crew report will space near Kerbin, and then we're going to do an EVA, actually. EVA report from just above Kerbin shores. And then we're going to port. There, you see? And then we're going to wait until we complete the other one, then we're going to eject this thing. Or we can keep it on the way down. But I think we're going to eject it. We're suborbital, we just need to get there, and then we need to hope that we don't end up going too goddamn fast on the way down, because we're going to be going fast down, and our angle is bad, and I'm pretty sure that we are going to die horribly. So that gets ejected, and now we hope. To put it lightly, we hope. We hope we land. Space programs are built on hope. If we make this one, we'll do every contract except orbit in one fell swoop. However, we're also coming out of orbit at, like, really fast. Like, really fast. Like, ridiculously fast. Please don't make me have to fight with the controls. Okay. We're still speeding up. That's great. That's something exploded. Something else exploded. Something else is gonna explode. Come on, ablator. You have a thing. You have one job. We're going too fast. Bam. Alright. We're to launch. You know the drill. We're gonna do this a few times. If at first you don't succeed, keep trying to get your craft to fucking go sideways a little bit, maybe. That was perfect for the science bit, or for the testing bit. Not so perfect for the rest, though. This is probably too steep an angle. Or too shallow an angle, so now we're going to go a bit like this. And hope, again, that word, that very important word, that is part and parcel of, you know, actually running a space program, for sure. This is not me being a hack at all. This is definitely how you run a space program. This is definitely how you achieve suborbital flight, and this is definitely how you accomplish this goddamn mission. Is by going really, really, really fast in a really big way. I hope we're not going too fast. Yes, we accomplished it. Cool. So now we just have to actually get into suborbit, and then we have to actually get to 180,000 meters. We're gonna do that. Alright, so once we're in space, we'll do all the sciencey bits, and then once we get up there, do the crew report. Cool. I think this ship is still gonna crash, frankly. I think we're still going too fast. Log pressure data, keep. Log temperature data, keep. Third mystery go. Keep. Close. Go really fast. Turn off SAS, by which I mean turn off the bit where the pilot actually pilots the ship. Alright, we're going really fast now. Alright, we're going really fast. I am pretty sure we're going to blow up again. We're going nearly 2,000 meters per second. I'm also pretty sure that that was the experiments exploding last time. Yeah, I don't think we're going to atmospheric brake long enough. We need something even shallower. Oh, we're actually losing speed now. But things are exploding. Which is as... Alright, I gotta do more experiments with the thing. We are going way too goddamn fast. This is too fast. This is way too fucking fast. We are gonna blow up. Unless I'm really lucky. We did better though. Wow, we need more of an angle. We need even more of an angle than that. Okay, well, if we need even more of an angle, then we're going to do even more of an angle. That's how we do it here. Trial and error. Trial and error. Mostly error, some trial. So I was wrong, that wasn't too shallow an angle. I mean, it was, but, like, the initial angle was too shallow. Like, this is probably way too fucking shallow. That's way too shallow. Come on, you bastard. Come on, actually get an angle going. Don't just be a missile. Don't just be a missile.com. This, I don't think is even going to get into a suborbital flight, frankly. But you never know. It's possible. It might blow up our parachute, though. Oh, thank goodness we reached the... almost blew up our parachute. Alright, cool. So that worked. We're going real fast, but we're also still slowing down. That's good. Apoapsis is exactly as high as we want to be, actually. If it doesn't go down anymore. Yeah, I think that it's gonna get too low. Don't get too low before pre-cap mode. 180.5, 180.4, come on. Yes! The minimum possible, the shallowest angle we could have done. That's... if this isn't land, we're fucked. If this isn't land, we're gonna have to redesign the craft, because... oh my god, that was like as perfect as you could want. As perfect as you could possibly want. Okay, you close that, you EVA. Go like, hey, we're over... above the highlands? No, let's do it above the mountains. Unless the mountains and the highlands are the same thing. I think it's just all the highlands. Right. On board. Then we wait until we hit the correct thing to where we're just high enough, and then we eject on the way down. So we're gonna align backwards. It'll slow us down a little bit. And now we don't crash, even though we're going really fast. Oh, the experiment's gonna blow up, I just know it. This is way too fast. This is way too fast. You need to slow down. You need to start slowing down soon. This is too high an angle and we're not slowing down. Okay, we're slowing down. We're actually slowing down while in the high atmosphere, and nothing's exploding yet. Okay, something exploded. Oh, okay, that's fine. We don't care about that exploding. That's a fine thing. That exploding is just fine. Alright, come on. Come on. Oh, it's over water, so it's the minimum possible altitude we could actually hit at. Come on. Come on. Come on, the moment I can do it, the moment I can do it, the moment I can do it, the moment I can do it. Come on. Wow! Just slightly too fast. Oh my god. So I can't get a better angle than that without, no, I could get a better... I could possibly get a better angle than that. But we're going to add a safety. Alright? We're going to add a safety. And that safety is called another solid fuel booster. Because it's a Kerbal Space Program. And the way we do things here, in case you haven't noticed, involves lots of, like, stacking boosters on top of boosters on top of boosters on top of boosters, because that's good. That's good spaceship design. Just ask anyone. This is the optimal spaceship design. Alright, so You fire. You decouple. You fire. You decouple. Alright. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? This thing's barely gonna get off the pad. Our new basic science vessel is probably going to explode on the pad and require a whole bunch of additional testing. But that's okay. The sort of engineering ingenuity we expect from the KSP. A ship that explodes before it even leaves the ground. It saves a lot of time and money for organization. That is probably going to hit part of the Space Center. You better not hit the Space Center. I guess it ejected such that it will not hit the Space Center. That's good. So the trick we're going to pull here is we're going to use the flea to slow our descent. Doesn't look like anything's on fire? Good. Oh yeah, we need these. Okay. We just need to get to the right altitude now. No, don't hit that. Don't hit that stupid thing. Come on. Come on. I think we're going to be going too slow to be able to actually get... Oh, no? Yeah! We got the stack decoupler. Apoapsis is too low, though. Revert flight to launch. So that was too shallow. Now we can do a higher angle this time because we actually have something to slow our descent with here. Who knew that orbital mechanics would be so difficult? She's thrilled. Look at her. She's just happy as a goddamn clam. No. You go even shallower. Barely off to the side here. Just barely off to the side. Just enough to make sure that this little thing doesn't blow up the launch pad when we, or anything important when we drop it. Oh, no, you don't. Cool. That looks like it's going straight for the goddamn launch pad. that didn't hit anything important. Still not shallow enough. Okay. That means we need a bit more than what we did here. We need radial decouplers. I love how this is just getting more and more complicated as time goes on. Get rid of that stack decoupler. Okay. Those fire. That fires. That fires. Shootout. Alright. Never mind how phallic this looks. Rockets naturally look phallic. That's just a fact of rocketry. And immediately we start rotating. I should have put those the other direction. It occurs to me. Woo! These are falling funky and right towards the Space Center. Well, that's okay. That's okay. You don't join the Kerbal Space Program because you want a safe life. You join the Kerbal Space Program because you want to go somewhere with your life, like into space. Alright, cool. So we did that one this time, which means we might actually have a shot at this here. Yes. I don't like how high that apoapsis is, but that's okay because we have the flea this time. And what we'll do is we're going to use that to lengthen the amount of time we are in atmo. We're going to use that to slow ourselves down as we fall. Cool. So now we do our crew report. We open the hatch, observe the goo, we log the temperature, log the pressure. Instrument read zeros as if we're in a back room. Yeah, you'd think. Then you get out and you do your EVA report. Over the water, yes. Aboard. And now the moment that we can, use that to lower the apoapsis. Ooh boy. Come on. I just want to point you in the right direction. Just want to point you in the right direction. Cool. I want to point you in the right direction so that this actually slows us down a bit. Cool. That slowed us down. We don't care now. We're going to save the electric charge. Apoapsis is reduced ever so slightly. And now we're gonna have the good times of this crap. We're gonna fire this once we start seeing how fast we're going. Slowing our descent with a solid field booster. And we use a stack decoupler. That better not hit us on the way down, or I'm going to be very upset. Come on, parachute. 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 Hey, parachute. Leave those kids alone. Come on, we're going too fast. Well, I think that was a good idea. It just didn't work. Not that time. We're gonna launch again. Notice how I said I think I'm gonna end the stream like 30 minutes ago, and now here I am, stuck on this one goddamn launch. Alright, so this time we're gonna launch, we're gonna tilt forward so we don't have any nonsense. Okay, we're gonna still have nonsense, but that's okay. This time we're going to do things a little different. We're going to use the flea while we're in space to try to make our angle more shallow. We're also going to shallow the angle on our attempt to get into orbit slightly in the hopes of like slowing our re-entry. That wasn't too bad. We were just a little bit too fast on re-entry that time. And it still is that apoapsis, but it's slightly better than last time. We accomplished a stack decoupler. We're gonna spend more time losing apoapsis, but at this point in the atmosphere, it's like barely anything. Alright, so crew report, take EVA, take board craft, open. I really need to have the thing so I can just do it all at once with one button push. I think I turned up SAS for us automatically when we went out of Atmo. So now we're gonna put this like this, and we're gonna, just like last time, we're going to use the stack the decoupler to slow us down slightly. Cool. Apoapsis is slightly lower now. So here's what we're gonna do. We're not going to actually like fire directly forward or directly counter to our position. We're actually gonna fire in this direction. So that would be where we want to go if we want to not. What we want to do is go like this. So it'll partially cancel momentum, but it'll also our Our momentum will suspend. Actually, this is a bad idea. We're going to spend less time in atmosphere now. Oops. Well, be that as it may. Might as well see it through. The good Kerbals we are. I'm pretty sure this is gonna not work. We needed to go slightly differently. We needed to go that way but around. I did it wrong. I am positive we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Revert to launch. Here we go again. We can do it. We can do it, y'all. Don't believe in me, believe in the you that believes in me. Alright. Struggling with the controls a bit. Don't build your rockets like this. You want at least 3 to really keep it stable. Gonna make it even shallower this time. Even shallower, especially once we start. Right, that is higher than last time. That's not so good. It's not so good. That is not so good. I should have turned this on. Oh, we do the thing again. Do the crew report. Do the EVA. EVA report. We board. We open. Observe the goo. Keep. We observe the temperature. Keep. We observe the pressure. Keep. We close. We realign to decouple. The moment our trajectory is high enough. Now we don't care about SAS. We go up, we wait till we're about to go down. Now we align not like this, like this. You see? And we align like this and hope for the best. I'm not sure that helped. I think that made it worse. I think that made it substantially worse. Oh wait, no, it made it worse. It made it much worse. Especially because now we're over highlands and we're gonna crash. Alright, well, there's another way to do this. Revert to launch. First of all, we try to get an even shallower angle with our thing. We could try to completely cancel out our velocity at that altitude. Trying to angle myself down as much as it'll let me. Sweet. That's even better. That one's a lot lower. We just need to get out of Atmo. There we go. Crew report. Oh, it's because I have my person get out and do an EVA report. Here the mystery go. Log the temperature. Log the pressure. Close. Turn on tasks. That was too fast. Now we wait until we're at the right altitude. With this ridiculous ass ship. Now we keep that going for a while. Shit. That was too much. Test. Alright, we canceled out a decent amount of the velocity. Come on. Yes, we're slowing down. We're going a lot slower this time. Oh, I'm liking this much better. Much better. Okay. I think we might be okay this time. I think we're at subsonic speeds. Almost ready to deploy the chute. It's kind of low. Really low. Ah, damn it. Alright, let's try one more time and then I'm gonna call it quits. So... get more of an angle out of you. Nice. Nice. Even more perfect. So what I think I'll use the flea to do is actually improve this trajectory. So once we're actually up there, what I'm going to do with the flea, once we're at apoapsis, is actually go sideways this time, just to have more time for atmospheric braking. Okay. So in this case, we're actually going to align forward and increase our velocity, our orbital velocity. And thereby, through the magic of science, and through a bunch of science I don't understand, it's just my job 5 days a week. We're going to actually increase her velocity. However, we're going to do it in the wrong direction so that our angle of descent is better. So we actually come out where we want to come out, or we actually have more time in Atmo braking. Want TAS for this? Or SAS, not TAS. I've been watching too many speedruns. Right, so we completed that. So facing completely sideways. And then we're going to hope that this doesn't actually put us into orbit or something. Yeah. Line like so. Alright, here we go, here we go. We're approaching the atmosphere. See, this time we're going to spend a lot more time in Atmo. So either we're going faster, hopefully we'll be able to use that time to stop. Hopefully, because we're going like twice as fast as what we went last time. So we're at a much shallower angle, and shallower angles mean slower speeds. Right? So by that logic, we should start slowing down any minute now. Any minute now. We will slow down, and then we will be okay. Yeah, look at that. Look at that atmospheric braking. Look at it. There we are. That's actually atmospheric braking. Something exploded. That was a thing we didn't care about. Hey. Hey, come on now. Come on, now just get us even slower. This will give us more time also to deploy the chute. We're still supersonic. Come on, we need to go subsonic, and now we hit the lower atmosphere. Oh, come Come on, we just need to launch. But we're much, you can see we're much slower at a much higher altitude. That worked perfectly. That worked really well. We're actually going to be slow enough, I think we can deploy the chute any moment now. Yes. Let's hope it slows us down enough in time. Well, we lost the science, but we survived. Well, so that worked. Maybe less accelerating towards the ground and more accelerating away from the ground while we do that with the flea would have been better. However, we retrieved all our things, and hopefully this will be recovered. But we got some science out of that, and more importantly, we completed 4 contracts, you see? We just happened to lose some of our precious scientific data in the process. That was a success. That was a resounding success. That worked. Yep. Yeah, we lost the other one too. We lost the thing. We lost a lot of parts. But we also made a lot of money. So it doesn't matter. And we have 62 science. Which we absolutely need to spend. Hooray! We can spend it on more science and get the Science Junior. We can spend it on flight control and get the inline reaction wheel. We can spend it on aviation and be able to fly planes. Spend it on construction and actually be able to carry people. This would be useful if we start doing these kinds of things. Or I could spend it on better rockets. We are going to spend it on science because you absolutely need science to get anywhere in this game. Cool. Oh. That was successful? Tourist to suborbital flight, huh? That could be fun. Flee at the launch site. We're just setting up for next time, so want to flee at the launch site, except test heat shield. Liquid fuel. Thud/down. We will take these tourists. Ow. Haul the swivel liquid fuel engine into orbit of Kerbal. You know, that's actually pretty doable. It's at a high altitude, but we'll take it. It's doable eventually. Haul the Terrier liquid fuel engine into flight at a very specific altitude, at a pretty slow speed for that altitude. 0.625 meters. I want to be splashed down and test it. I mean, that's actually not too hard to do. Yeah, we have plenty of time to do that. Plenty of time to do that. We don't care about most of those. Okay. To celebrate, we should upgrade something. Or actually, we should go to the administration building. 5% fund income.
Alexa, set upstairs to 67 degrees.
Alright, well, I don't want to do any of these really right now. Actually, these are pretty good. Nope, I'm not going to do any of that. Our reputation is positive, science is decent. Read that. Action group would be so nice. We will upgrade the launch pad. So we have slightly heavier vehicles now. Okay. We will say this as Coles back prog. And we will quit. Alright, y'all. So this has been, I've been Hyena Girl 64. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. But this is Hyena Girl 64, and this is some Kerbal Space Program career mode. I don't know if I'll be playing more of that Warhammer 2 game I was playing. It was getting kind of boring. But yeah, that was that. So, you know, I'll see ya.